The cosmic currents are shifting, a celestial tide is turning, and if you are listening, truly listening with the ear of your soul, you can feel it. There is a deep, resonant hum beneath the noise of the world, a silence that is growing louder than the chaos. This is the harbinger of the eclipse. A sacred alignment foretold not just in the ancient Vedic charts of the rishis, the seers of timeless truth, but written in the subtle language of your own intuition. If you have been feeling a strange sense of anticipation, a pull towards stillness, or a profound weariness with the endless striving of the world, it is because your soul is recognizing this cosmic invitation. This is not your imagination. It is the signature of a celestial event so powerful, it has the ability to recalibrate the very foundations of your reality. But not in the way the modern world would have you believe. This is not a time for ambition. It is not a cosmic window for you to project your desires, to light your candles and list your demands to the universe. This is not a wishing well in the sky. The profound and sacred truth, the gnosis that has been protected by the lineage of masters for millennia is this. The eclipse is not for manifesting, it is for surrendering. It is a divine paradox, a sacred fire designed not to give you what your ego wants, but to burn away everything that stands in the way of what your soul came here to be. You have been guided to this transmission at this precise moment because you are ready to hear this truth. You are ready to step away from the frantic world of spiritual consumerism and into the profound, transformative stillness of genuine alchemy. This ancient truth resonates for a reason. If a part of your soul recognizes this echo, honor it in the space below. Your insight is a crucial ingredient in our collective alchemy. As the shadow of the eclipse begins to fall across the celestial plane, its energy permeates our world, and with it, the first and most seductive trap for the modern seeker is set. It is the trap of forceful manifestation. In the face of this immense cosmic power, you will be told to harness it, to leverage it, to direct it toward your goals. The spiritual marketplace will overflow with promises of accelerated results. You will see workshops on eclipse magic, guides to cosmic ordering, and endless lists of rituals designed to bend this sacred energy to your will. The drama is a familiar one. A seeker, perhaps it is you, sits in a darkened room, surrounded by crystals and flickering candles. A list of desires is clutched in their hand, for a new home, a perfect partner, financial abundance. With every fiber of their being, they push this wanting out into the cosmos, begging the eclipse to grant their wishes, to finally deliver the external validation that will soothe the ache of inner emptiness. They perform the ritual with precision, speak the affirmations with fervor, and then they wait. But instead of fulfillment, a profound silence echoes back, an emptiness that seems to amplify the very lack they were trying to escape. This is the great illusion of spiritual control. The reason this trap is so potent, so spiritually draining, is because it is born from a fundamental misunderstanding of cosmic law. An eclipse is a moment of profound cosmic recalibration. Imagine a blacksmith plunging a piece of raw iron into a blazing forge. The fire does not ask the iron what it wants to become. The fire's sole purpose is to burn away impurities, to soften the metal, to make it malleable so that the master blacksmith, the divine intelligence, can shape it into its true form. To project your ego's desires into this celestial fire is to misunderstand its sacred purpose. The grahas, the celestial bodies, are not cosmic servants waiting to fulfill your orders. They are agents of karma, the universal law of cause and effect, and their alignment during an eclipse creates a powerful vortex that purifies, not produces. When you push your will against this current, when you demand that the universe conform to your limited vision, the energy of the eclipse does not deliver your desire. Instead, it mirrors back to you the very tension from which your desire was born. The result is not abundance, but a deeper feeling of scarcity. Not connection, but a more profound sense of isolation. This is not a punishment. It is a diagnostic. The cosmos is showing you, with divine precision, where your will is misaligned with the will of your own soul. The gnosis, the sacred insight that transmutes this leaden struggle into golden understanding, is the realization that the eclipse is a mirror, not a machine. Its purpose is to reveal, not to provide. The greatest power you can wield during this time is not the power of intention, but the power of surrender. The ancient sages taught that true alignment comes not from getting what you want, but from wanting what the universe is already giving you. This is the moment to release your grip, to let go of your meticulously crafted plans, and to allow a higher wisdom to guide you. The alchemical tool for this sacred act is a simple, yet profoundly powerful breathing technique, a form of pranayama, the science of vital energy. Find a quiet space. Sit comfortably, with your spine erect, a noble posture that signals your readiness to receive. Close your eyes. For a few moments, simply observe your breath without trying to change it. Now, begin to deepen your inhalation, drawing the breath into your belly. And as you exhale, make it a long, slow, complete release. With each exhalation, visualize a gray smoke leaving your body. This is the smoke of attachment, of expectation, of control. With the next exhalation, release your desire for a specific outcome. With the next, release your timeline. With the next, release your fear that you will not receive. Continue this for several minutes. Inhale life force, exhale control. This is not an act of giving up. It is an act of profound courage. It is the alchemy of letting go, creating a sacred emptiness within you, a vessel ready to be filled not by your wants, but by your true dharma, your sacred purpose. As this process of surrender begins, a second, more subtle trap emerges from the shadows. The trap of spiritual impatience. Having released your demands, a part of you will now begin to anxiously await the grand revelation. You have surrendered, so where is the reward? Where is the bolt of lightning, the mystical vision, the divine sign that tells you what to do next? This is the ego, cloaking itself in spiritual language. It has stopped demanding outcomes, and now it is demanding clarity on its own schedule. This creates a state of profound inner restlessness. You may find yourself scrutinizing every event for hidden meaning, overanalyzing dreams, or falling into the pain of comparison. Watching others who seem to be having profound breakthroughs while you feel nothing but a disorienting stillness. This is the ache of a soul that has been conditioned for instant gratification, a pain amplified by a world that celebrates speed over depth. The cosmic fire of the eclipse intensifies this feeling, making the silence feel like an accusation, a sign that you are doing something wrong, that you have failed the spiritual test. You may feel a desperate urge to do something, to pull an oracle card, to consult another astrologer, to seek external confirmation that your surrender was correct. The danger of this trap is that it pulls you out of the very state of receptive stillness you have worked to cultivate. It aborts the alchemical process before it is complete. True transformation, the kind the eclipse offers, is not a transaction. It is a gestation. It happens in the dark, in the quiet, in the sacred womb of the unknown. To constantly poke and prod at the process, to demand signs of life, is to disrupt the delicate unfolding of your own soul's becoming. The ancient masters understood the concept of Kala, or divine timing. They knew that the cosmos operates according to its own vast, intelligent rhythm, a rhythm that is rarely aligned with the impatient ticking of the human mind. The stakes are high, for if you succumb to this impatience, you will miss the true gift of the eclipse, the gift of being, not becoming. You will remain on the surface of your spiritual experience, chasing signs and symbols, while the deep tectonic shifts happening in the core of your being go unnoticed. The gnosis that transmutes this anxious energy is the profound Vedic insight that your soul already knows the way. The answers you seek are not out there to be found. They are in here to be remembered. Your rational mind is the last to know. Your soul, your Atma, has been guiding you all along. Your task is not to find the path, but to become quiet enough to realize you are already on it. The tool to cultivate this deep, abiding trust is a visualization to reconnect with your inner sanctuary. Again, find your quiet space. Close your eyes and bring your awareness to your breath. Imagine your breath is a gentle anchor, grounding you in the present moment. Now, visualize a single, unwavering flame within the cave of your heart. This is the flame of your soul, your eternal essence. It has been burning steadily through all of your lifetimes, through all of your joys and sorrows. It is untouched by your impatience, your fears, your doubts. It simply is. See its golden light, feel its gentle warmth. This flame is your inner guru, your true guide. It requires nothing from you. It does not demand that you understand. It only asks that you sit with it, that you bask in its presence. Whenever the storm of impatience rises within you, return to this flame. Let its silent, steady light be your reassurance. It is the anchor in the cosmic storm. This practice teaches you to place your faith not in external signs, but in the unwavering presence of your own divinity. You are not waiting for a message, you are becoming the message itself. This surrender, this turning inward, inevitably leads to the threshold of the third great trap, the trap of resisting the void. The eclipse, in its essence, is a celestial symbol of the void. The moon obscures the sun, plunging the day into a temporary darkness. This is not merely a physical event, it is a spiritual one. It represents the temporary extinguishing of the ego's light, the light of what we think we know, our identity, our plans, our certainties. As this energy permeates your being, you may feel a profound sense of emptiness. The goals that once drove you may seem meaningless. The identity you have carefully constructed may feel hollow. This can be a terrifying experience. The human mind is conditioned to abhor a vacuum. It will rush to fill the emptiness with anything: old habits, distracting entertainments, renewed anxieties. This is the fear of the unknown made manifest. You may feel a powerful urge to cling to old patterns, to grasp for familiar comforts, even those you know are not serving your growth. It feels safer to hold on to a familiar burden than to step into an unknown landscape with empty hands. The peril of this trap is that it is a direct refusal of the alchemical process. It is like the blacksmith's iron resisting the fire, trying to hold its old, impure shape. To resist the void is to prolong the suffering. The eclipse energy is designed to dissolve the old structures of your life and psyche. Clinging to them is like trying to hold onto a sandcastle as the tide comes in. The more you resist, the more violent the dissolution feels. This resistance creates a state of intense psychic friction, a feeling of being torn in two. One part of you knows it must let go, while the other holds on for dear life. This is the source of profound suffering during transformative times. You are fighting against the very current of your own evolution. The gnosis that illuminates this darkness is the understanding that the void is not an abyss. It is the womb of creation. In Vedic philosophy, this is the concept of Brahman, the formless absolute reality from which all forms emerge. It is the sacred emptiness, the divine potential that precedes all creation. The eclipse is a portal into this state. It is an invitation to return to the source, to the field of all possibility before you are reborn into a new, more aligned expression of yourself. The alchemical tool to help you navigate this sacred emptiness is the use of color, a simple form of chromotherapy. The color for this phase is white. White is not the absence of color. It is the presence of all colors in perfect harmony and balance. It represents purity, potential, and the unified field. During this eclipse season, consciously invite the energy of white into your life. You might wear white clothing to symbolize your willingness to be a clean slate. You could place a white flower or a white crystal, like selenite, in your meditation space. When you feel the fear of the void rising, close your eyes and visualize a brilliant, luminous white light filling your entire being, dissolving all old identities, all fears, all attachments. See yourself as a being of pure white light, suspended in a cosmos of infinite potential. This practice does not fill the void, it allows you to become one with it. It transforms terror into tranquility, emptiness into possibility. It is an act of aligning with the creative principle of the universe, trusting that from this sacred nothingness, your true self will gloriously emerge. You know another soul who is navigating this very mystery in silence. Share this transmission with them, not as a mere video, but as a key passed from one alchemist to another, illuminating the path ahead. We have walked through the subtle minefield of the seeker's journey during this potent celestial alignment. We have faced the illusion of forceful manifestation, the anxiety of spiritual impatience, and the primal fear of the void. We have gathered the tools of surrender, the breath, the inner flame, the purity of white light. Now, we arrive at the heart of the temple, the inner sanctum of this cosmic event. We come to the great work itself. This is the moment where we move beyond theory, beyond understanding, and into direct experience. The ultimate purpose of the eclipse is not merely to clear away the old. It is to create a space so pure, so still, that you can finally experience the most profound truth of your existence, your union with the divine. This is the culmination of all surrender. It is the final letting go, not just of your desires and plans, but of the very idea of a separate self who has desires and plans. This is the state the Yoga Sutras call Ishvara Pranidhana, the complete surrender of the fruits of one's actions to a higher power, to the cosmic intelligence that orchestrates all of existence. The eclipse is a cosmic mudra, a sacred gesture from the universe, inviting you into this state of divine communion. It is here, in this sacred surrender, that you discover that the peace, clarity, and purpose you were seeking were never external things to be acquired. They are the very nature of your being, your Atma, the soul. They were simply obscured by the relentless noise of the ego. The eclipse silences that noise, so you can finally hear the eternal music of your own soul. The ultimate tool for this profound work is not a technique you perform, but a state you inhabit. We will now enter a guided meditation to facilitate this divine surrender, to step through the portal of the eclipse and into the luminous reality of the soul. Find a position where you can be completely comfortable and undisturbed. Let your body be at ease, a relaxed vessel for this sacred work. Close your eyes, and with your eyes closed, turn your gaze inward and upward, toward the space between your eyebrows, the seat of intuition. Bring your awareness to your breath, the gentle rhythm of life flowing in and out of you. With each inhalation, feel that you are breathing in not just air, but universal life force, prana. With each exhalation, feel that you are releasing not just carbon dioxide, but the final vestiges of the small self, the egoic I. Let each breath be a prayer of release. Now, bring your awareness to the entire container of your body. Feel the life force within it, the subtle tingling in your hands and feet, the gentle beat of your heart. Acknowledge this body as a sacred temple, a temporary home for your eternal soul. Thank it for its service. Now, in your mind's eye, visualize the eclipse beginning to happen within you. See a shadow slowly starting to cover the bright, restless sun of your conscious mind. This is not a frightening darkness, but a cool, soothing, calming shadow. It is the shadow of grace. As this shadow expands, it begins to quiet the incessant chatter of your thoughts. The voice of the inner critic grows silent. The voice of the planner, the worrier, the judge, all fall away into a profound and welcoming silence. Allow this inner eclipse to become total. The sun of the ego is now completely obscured. You are floating in a warm, safe, peaceful darkness. This is the sacred void. There is nothing to do here, nothing to achieve, nothing to figure out. There is only being. Rest in this silent, empty, peaceful space. From the heart of this sacred darkness, a new light begins to emerge. It is not the harsh, direct light of the sun, but a soft, silvery, ethereal glow. It is the light of the soul, the Atma. It has been here all along, but it could only be perceived when the light of the ego was eclipsed. Feel this gentle, luminous light begin to fill your entire being. It is a light made of pure peace. It is a light made of pure wisdom. It is a light made of pure, unconditional love. This is your true nature. This is who you are beneath all the stories, all the roles, all the striving. You are this light. You are this peace. You are this love. There is no separation between you and this light. You are one. Now, from this state of unified consciousness, of pure being, you do not need to ask, "What is my purpose?" You simply allow the feeling of purpose to arise naturally from within you. It may not come in words or images. It may simply be a feeling of rightness, of alignment, of profound, unshakable peace. This feeling is your compass. This feeling is your dharma. It is not a job or a role. It is a resonance. Your purpose is to live from this state of luminous, peaceful, loving awareness. That is the great work. Remain in this state for as long as you wish, soaking in the truth of your own divine nature. Gently, slowly, begin to bring your awareness back to the physical world. Feel the ground beneath you, the air on your skin. Keep your eyes closed for a few moments longer, holding on to the resonance of that inner light, that profound peace. The communion you have just experienced is not an escape from your life. It is the source of your life. The eclipse in the sky will pass, but the inner portal you have accessed remains open forever. You now carry the gnosis of surrender not as an intellectual concept, but as a living, breathing reality within your cells. The integration of this sacred truth is the next chapter of your alchemy. It is about weaving the silence and peace you found in the void into the fabric of your daily existence. It is not about waiting for the next cosmic event, but about treating every moment as a sacred opportunity to surrender. A simple, powerful tool for this integration is to dedicate the first few moments of your day to this principle. Before you reach for your phone, before you engage with the demands of the world, sit in silence for just a few minutes. Place a hand on your heart and take one conscious, surrendered breath. As you inhale, simply be with the feeling of receiving the gift of a new day. As you exhale, release your agenda for it. Offer the day, your actions, and their outcomes to the divine intelligence that guides all things. This small act rewires your entire being, shifting your operating system from control to trust, from striving to flowing. You are the alchemist. Your life is the laboratory. and surrender is your philosopher's stone, turning the lead of ordinary existence into the gold of a divinely guided life. If your soul seeks a consistent source of genuine gnosis and a space to deepen your practice, I invite you to subscribe and join our inner circle. The great work is vast, but it need not be walked alone. You have a place here.